quick. We got a galvanized, what is it, a 12 by 10, something like that, shelter. It's a temporary shelter that we're using for our additional animals we're adding to the farm. So we need to train them all to electric fences. I need to inoculate them all and make sure that they're dewormed and parasite free and all those things. So we're building them a shelter so they can be trained to electric fences and then have some shelter out of the wind and stuff. And then I'll bring Finley in here to spend the night with them when we do get them. But in the meantime, we're setting up their shelter because it's almost time. Just preparing for animals.
Yeah.
So what Edward's doing is adding the halfway up point where the poles go. So basically it'll come up like this high, and then it will turn up, and it will have in the center it's 6 feet. So obviously we're not getting any cows in here, but it is temporary, and we know that it's not a permanent shelter for these animals, but it will work for what we need it. Install the chicken coop door frame as shown. I don't know if you can see that. So we need D1. I don't know, honey, maybe you should look at this. Yeah, we need those. We need D3, D4, D5, D6. So we need the screws, the bolts.
Yeah.
Madeline, where's your stick? Where's your stick?
All right, guys, we are headed back up to the pasture area, and you can see my lovely wife has already gotten started on getting the chicken wire attached to our animal shelter. How's it going, babe?
Good. We're gonna definitely have to do a better quality for this, but this will get us started.
It looks like it's shorter than the...
It is, but this is gonna overlap, so it's fine.
I see. Oh, you mean the top covers?
The top, well, we also have to take it over the top.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm just going like this. I'll show you.
I gotcha.
I'm not worried about it.
You're just kind of getting it in place there, and then when we cover the top part with the mesh, then it'll connect together.
Yeah.
All right.
That's playing. So I just folded over all these pokey ends. You can see here. I just folded them over. I'm not done yet, but this is nice and tight. I've got to bring it up so that it fills in this gap, but we'll do pieces that go over the top, and I think that'll line it up really nice. The dogs are saying hello. I'm gonna see if I can get this side here done. Man, it's not exactly the lightest thing, but ouch. I'm gonna just get one in here. Oh. Just to hold it on. See that there's no bracing there, so I'm a little concerned. But we'll see how it goes. So the zip ties that came with this are pretty useless, so I went and picked up some more beefier, bigger zip ties that allow me more flexibility and adjusting, and that will last longer. So we'll get this tightened up and then see what I can do about shoot, that was a mistake. bring it down more. There, that feels much better. What a bunch of zip ties, yeah? So basically, I have this door ready to cut out. So I zip tied it to hold the wire tight. Now I'm gonna cut the wire like this, straight down, across and straight down, and leaving only this on the door. And hopefully that makes a nice, tight, lower door. So I've got to go along and bend all these things out because those are, you know, clothes ripping things. But I've got some good headway here, and I think I'll need Edward's help getting the second one on there, but I'll spend some time doing this and then we'll get back at it. All right, friends, so I've got Edward help me stretch out the top portion of this. I have to cut stuff off, you can see, but I have it all attached. These are the green zip ties they provided, super tiny. So, but it's nice and tight. I've got this done, the door's done. It goes all the way to the top, so that's good. Not that it needed to, but it does. It goes around. I've got to cut the excess off, and then I've done the back side as well. So I've got to cut all the zip ties still, but it's nice and tight. So now that that part's just about done, I'm going to cut off the zip ties, secure the bottom really good, cut the ones off the bottom, and then I will see if I can grab Edward to help me start stringing it up over the top. ties in, and then this part of this project will be done, and we will be able to put on the roofing panel thingies, and we got to anchor it to the ground with rebar. They provided these janky little tent stakes that, you know, like double spikes, and they go in the ground. That's not going to hold a fly in the winds that we get here, so not doing that. So you can get rebar shepherd hook type anchors on Amazon. So we bought a box of them, or a couple boxes, I don't know how many we bought. We bought a bunch, and we're gonna go ahead and put them in there. But Edward's going ahead and finishing up the snipping and the picking up of the zip tie ends, and I mean, it is nice and tight, so I'm really happy with this outcome. I think we did a good job. We worked well as a team. And we just got a few zip ties to snip still, obviously. But, you know, all in all, this isn't bad. I mean, it is what I consider very temporary. But if we anchor it right, we should be able to keep it through the winter. So I think the best solution would be to put some sort of roofing on it that allowed the snow to slide off eventually, but we'll see. I have to save my money right now, so we'll have to see what we're able to do when the time comes. But anyway, we've got the gates done, and we just got to put the hinges on there so that we can open and close the gate. And we will not leave Maddie in there. Maddie fell asleep on the job, so.
Yeah, she wrestled with Finley. She's pooped out.
Yeah.
She's been farming around.
Yeah, everything else is on the inside, babe. So, yeah, but she's, you know, tired and pooped out, and, you know, I'm not feeling particularly bad for her. Anyway, the mosquitoes are coming out. We'll probably do the tarp things at another time. I've been farming around all day today. It's almost 2 o'clock, and I'm tired. I've been outside since about 8 o'clock this morning or something like that. I can't remember.